Greetings. This is going to be an all signs reading. I was going to do channeled messages, but I have so many that I want to share that I'm going to do a chosen one message later. So yeah, so many things are being exposed at this time. Lots of exposure. All right, so we are going to start with Capricorn. Capricorn, what is going on? Know, Capricorn, that adversity and anything that is brought into your path to kind of ruffle your feathers is a test. It's a test. And Spirit says something is coming back around so that you can handle it more maturely. It's almost like Spirit is like, are you really going to let something get under your skin? Are you really going to let something get a hold of your peace? Because as soon as you sacrifice your peace to the chaos that the people and the situations around you are kind of pushing onto you, you've let them win. So Capricorn, there's something here about do not surrender your peace and do not hand it away to people who are literally just trying to take your peace from you and will do anything that they can at all costs to try and take your peace. So Capricorn, you could have a lot of triggers at this time. You could have a lot of frustrating circumstances. You could have a lot of kind of like mishaps. You could have a lot of things that, again, Spirit, every time that I'm talking on this thing, I swear there's always like little things that try and shake it off. Literally, I was just talking about this. So I was like literally just sharing that, and then all of a sudden my screen like wanted to blank out. So, all right. Capricorn. This is gonna be quick, by the way. Capricorn, you need to rest. Spirit says to pull back at this time. So there's a need to kind of not withdraw per se, but in a sense, I guess, withdraw. Pull back the energy. There's also something here, Capricorn, that could be disappointing. You could have wanted to pursue something or someone. Spirit says there's more healing that needs to take place, or there's more education that needs to take place before something can go to the next step. Now, you could see this as frustrating, or you could see this as a blessing, Capricorn, because how beautiful is it that you get to spend time being a student and learning and exploring, knowing more about yourself. And as you kind of rediscover, you relearn aspects about things that bring you joy, that bring you excitement, that bring you pleasure. That this can also be like starting a new sport, getting in a new workout regime, learning a new language, learning a new trade. For a lot of my Capricorns, I'm seeing this as learning a new trade, especially as a way to kind of help curb disappointments or sadness from, I'm hearing from love lost. And love is never lost. That's the other part of it. There is a tower moment coming for some of my Capricorns here. It could be around the home, or it could be related to love. Capricorn, you could also decide you don't want to go about relationships how you used to. Page of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles. This can be where you start dating someone and you get into bed with them too quickly, you give them benefit of the doubt too quickly, you don't court them properly, you say you want marriage and love, but you don't have marriage or love yet for the Capricorn that I'm talking to, Five of Cups. Why is that? Well, because you're just pining for attention, or you're just sleeping with people too soon, or you're going towards connections because of a physical attraction rather than a soulmate heart-to-heart temperance sort of attraction. This can be trauma bonding. So for some of the Capricorns that I'm speaking to, you are still in a state of trauma bonding. You're like, ooh, that person's attractive. That person is this. That person's that. I mean, the Tower card here, it's quite phallic. So you are still letting what is between your legs kind of rule the roost. And that needs to change for you to really get like a balanced home environment and relationship. And maybe some of my Capricorns don't want to hear that with the Five of Swords energy. So maybe it's not your thing. And for my Capricorns that are in relationship, again, there's still something here where it's like your sexuality or something around it is, there's healing that needs to take place there before the relationship can come back into balance. I'll just say it that way. All right, Aquarius, because I'm really trying to make this quick because I got personal readings that I have to finish. If you guys want a personal reading, message me, hit me up for my terms of service and my options. Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could also be dealing with temptations. I'm hearing sweet disposition. Is that what it is? A moment, a lost. So some of my Aquarians, you're either thinking about a relationship, what could have been, what should have been. You were everything, everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were pretending, so much for my happy ending. Okay, Aquarius. Sacred Union and the Lover's card. The Lover's card in the Tarot was not a card of love. Initially, it's a card of choice. It's a card of choosing a different path. Because the path that you could be on is incredibly confusing and frustrating. Some of my Aquarians could be navigating a divorce. You are having kind of like those sweet nostalgic memories of what used to be, and that's okay. This is a part of your healing. Some of my Aquarians, you are trying to figure out what you want to do next for your relationship. You're trying to decide the direction that you want it to go. Two of Swords, can't make this up. Two of Swords with the Hierophant. Should I stay or should I go? Well, either way, Aquarius, it's going to take you being strong. It's going to, it seems like some of my Aquarians, it is healthier to end this and to release this for your own sake. I mean, we have the Lovers and the Strength card. The ultimate choice, the ultimate love is choosing yourself, Aquarius. So some of my Aquarians, you've been choosing the relationship, you've been choosing something for so long that's been keeping you in a state of frustration, illusions, delusions, fantasy, frustration, not really in a clear path. And that can also tell you that you're in a karmic connection, because soulmate connections bring peace and harmony, and karmic connections bring irritation. And it's good. Irritation is good, because irritation helps direct us to the root cause, the root issue. Again, trauma bonding can be prevalent here for some of my Aquarians. Aquarius, there's also an energy here of not wanting to emotionally address something. So whatever you can do to really give yourself permission to tap into your emotions and prioritize feeling, that is how you're going to get the ultimate healing from this connection, or healing in your current existing relationship, because someone here is just like emotionally not available and it's preventing the relationship from moving forward, or it's preventing them from amicably separating. All right, after Aquarius is Pisces. Pisces, congratulations. You are getting an offer. This can be a job offer. This can be a brand new relationship. You want to offer someone this, or they want to offer this to you. Money looks good though with that Ace of Pentacles. Pisces, you could want to move towards someone that is your wish fulfillment. Knight of Wands with the Nine of Cups. A haste makes waste, so you know there's something here about don't be too hasty, because then it could be a big disappointment. So for some of my Pisces, there's a need here to not just like go in for the kill, to just go in for something because it looks all shiny on the outside. You really have to get to know someone. You really have to get to know yourself. Know yourself, know your worth. I'm hearing that. Is that Drake? Yeah, know yourself, know your worth. Yeah, so for a lot of my Pisces, you already have the attraction and you are getting to know this person, or Spirit is advising you to. Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups in a playful manner. For some of my Pisces in relationship, in a relationship, this looks great. Looks like you guys travel together, you guys, do each other, one another quite well in the bedroom. You guys work well together. For some of my Pisces, you could be traveling for education, traveling for school. You could be upset if you don't get admitted to the school that you want. Spirit is saying go on a different route. If you're really trying to get in somewhere, if you're really trying to get into a program, there is a different way. There's a different path. Where there is a will, there is a way, by the way, as well. For some of my Pisces, there's something here about focusing on the body. There's also healing that is occurring. You could be dealing with an Aries, an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Gemini. For some of my Pisces, you could have a path, a choice in love that is going to require an ending. Two of Pentacles, the World card with the Lovers. So for some of my Pisces, you could be contemplating ending something somewhere so that you can start something and move elsewhere, because the Knight of Wands is a card of movement. The Four of Cups and the Four of Swords is disappointment and needing to kind of pause and reflect before you make any further choices or movements at this time. So Spirit is telling in with the Hermit. Spirit is saying with the Hermit and the Four of Pentacles to retreat, really get down to what is you want in life. And remember, love isn't everything when it comes to a marriage or a long union. you have to see what your value systems are, what are their value systems, what matters, like what is the path that they're on, what is the path that you want to be on, because sometimes we can love someone with all of us and they can love us back with all of them, but our life paths and our life missions and life purposes do not align, and that person was just meant to be brought into your life for a season and a reason and not a lifetime. And Pisces, if you really want to get to like the next level, the Emperor and the Star level here, it is going to require either fully committing or making a big change and walking away from something. But for a lot of my Pisces, there is something here about sticking it to the man and leaving that company and becoming your own boss, your own entrepreneur. This can take, you know, further education, systems need to be put into place, structure needs to be put into place. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, it looks like there could be love coming in for you with the Sacred Union card. With the moon, you don't even see it coming, honey. So this could also be, ooh, you could be blocking love, and that's why you don't see it coming. Okay, with the Two of Swords, well, you don't know. You don't know if you can trust them. Yeah, for some of my Aries, Two of Swords with the Queen of Swords, you're very cutthroat. You know what you will allow and you know what you won't allow. And if someone exhibits certain behavior, you have no issues just cutting a bitch out. For some of my Aries, though, doing this makes you feel stuck in love, the Hangman with the Two of Cups. How are you going to move forward whenever you have such strong and adamant requirements of a lover that wants to come forth? And it seems for a lot of my Aries that are single, you are keeping closed up to yourself. You are celibate at this time. You are not mixing your energy with anyone or anything for the Aries that I'm reading. Yeah, because all of these people that you feel like come towards you, Knight of Wands with the Ace of Wands, just want to get in. It's almost like a game to them. They're like, can I? And you're like, no, you cannot. What about my Aries in relationship? Aries in relationship, you could be expecting, you could be really focused on the kids. There's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of warmth for my Aries in relationship. Yeah, for my Aries in relationship, there's a lot of love, like a lot of love. And there's understanding. I mean, Queen of Swords with the Ten of Cups. It's like, for my Aries in relationship, you have, like, your partner, instead of making it wrong how sharp you are with your courage and conviction, your partner loves you for that. Like, literally, Aries, your partner loves you for that. So for my single Aries, don't ever let anyone make you think that you need to dull or soften your edges for love, because that's not true in any way, shape, or form. Because there's Aries in relationships here that keep their sharpness, and their lover, their partner, loves them for that. Absolutely loves them for that. All right, after Aries is Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, we have the Empress. And the Emperor, what? What? Okay, so for my single Tauruses, you are about to enter like a super powerful, like power couple higher commitment. Like, I promise you, it's coming. It's coming. If it's not already there, it's coming. Otherwise, I'm speaking to a Taurus that's already in a power couple dynamic. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. You guys have a lot of love. There is a lot of power. But with power comes a lot of responsibility. And so, Taurus, there can be something here about responsibility is exhausting. Do not let yourself get lost in the just mundane things of life and let the relationship become dull. Strong emphasis here on prioritizing play, prioritizing fun. I'm hearing that song by Pharrell, Hot and Fun. So for my Tauruses in relationship, let it be hot and fun. Ooh, yeah. And for my single Tauruses, there's something here about just loving on yourself, getting the bag, traveling a lot. You could be traveling for work, resting and healing, and totally just moving away, Six of Swords, from the Five of Wands, from these negative Nancys, from these people that try and pull you down, that try and poke the bear, kind of like Capricorn's energy. I mean, Capricorn quite literally had the Five of Wands. So some of my Taurans could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could have Capricorn in your chart somewhere. And this is basically just saying, anything that's coming at you, that's kind of being thrown at you at this time, Taurus, is a test. And Spirit is seeing how much grace you can adhere, how much, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth, listen more than you speak. Taurus, Spirit is almost trying to instigate something. And whether you pass or not is up to you to just calm, take a nap. Taurus, this is the advice for you. Next time something comes up that's frustrating, you get a frustrating phone call, this or that, something happens at work, just go take a nap. Don't address it, just take a nap. And Spirit will be little 2-finger golf clap for my Taurans, because instead of diving into the quarrel and getting right into the fight, they decided to not even engage. And that is when you have your true power, Taurus, when you don't even engage. So Taurus, do not engage. Remember, it only takes two people to play tug of war, for both hands to get bloody, bruised, frustrated, etc. But it only takes one person releasing their end of the rope for both hands to heal. And Taurus, you are being told, release your end of the rope and let both your hands and their hands heal. No tug of war. All right, after Taurus is Gemini. Gemini, you are hard at work. Working on that body, Gemini. Okay, a lot of my Geminis are starting to work out, getting in a workout regime, prioritizing consistency. This could be because of a health scare. This could also be because of loss of money, loss of security or perceived security and stability. Remember, stability, all of that is just perceived. So if you feel like something was taken from you or you have to work extra hard, there can be something here, Gemini, about scarcity consciousness being triggered and a need to kind of relax, release. Woosah. Woosah, Gemini. Yeah, because there's a job coming here around the corner. Some of my Geminis could be uncertain if they should go down a new career path. If you do, it's, yes, a competitive field, but you are meant to go down this other path. If you keep having things taken and stripped from you, it's because Spirit is trying to birth you somewhere else. And so remember that, Gemini. Anytime you're being utterly stripped down in a situation, it's only so that you can be birthed elsewhere, and you cannot force the new birth of a situation. You can't outwork, outthink, you can't do that. You have to surrender to it. And when you surrender to it and when you allow, it just happens. So Gemini, I want your focus this week to be on allowing and surrendering. You could also be thinking of an Aries, or you could be an entrepreneur having your own business. If business is slow and you own your own business, Gemini, there's something here about needing to get further education or expand into a new market that you haven't yet tapped into. And this can even be going into individual businesses, specific businesses. It can be the market that you just didn't even realize is all out there for you. For example, I'm going to do Brittany Renner as an example here. So everyone makes fun of her because of her one-legged pants, her leggings. However, all of the paraplegic and people who have amputees, people who are amputees, love her leggings. Now, when she made those leggings, she wasn't making those leggings in mind for people who have a leg that's amputated. However, those people came through. I mean, obviously people love them for fashion as well. But there's something here, Gemini, about the product that you have. If you're an entrepreneur or you're about to be an entrepreneur, you haven't even tapped in. You don't even realize that there is literally a perfect market for your product. And if you specialize and make it a niche, then that is when your abundance literally just snap of a finger. It's easy. It just comes right in. All right, after Gemini is Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer. You could be thinking about love. I'm hearing must be love on the brain. Is that Rihanna? Yeah. Temperance, the Sun, and the Sacred Union card. So for my Cancers with the Page of Pentacles, you could meet someone, or you've met someone that you feel is a soulmate. You want to offer them this, or this is the beginning. I don't even need the cards, you guys. They're just fun. 6 of Cups, literally. So for some of my Cancers, a lot of happiness here. For some of my Cancers who are new parents, congratulations. You are loving parenthood. It looks great on you. You are a very nurturing parent. You and your kid have a very strong soulmate relationship. For my Cancers, you could be getting a new pet. There's something here, a lot of healing going on, like inner child healing is occurring because of positive experiences that you're having with new friends, a new lover, a new pet, a new child. So for some of my Cancers, you're going to find that there is dramatic and almost instantaneous healing and certain things by having a pet, by having a child, or by engaging in this new soulmate relationship. You know, I was listening to a live earlier and they were like, people always get so caught up in the whole, oh, I'm not healed enough for a relationship, when that couldn't be further from the truth, because we actually need relationships to complete our healing and to push forth our healing. We cannot heal, like no man is an island. None of us are having this conversation today because of our ancestors being a complete, you know, independent boss woman, boss man who had no love. Literally, the only reason that you and I are here today is because our ancestors banded together in tribes. They knew that they needed each other. And so for a lot of my Cancers, you're finding that next level of healing is not in your solitude, but it's in community. It's in kin. It's in making a family of your own. It's in starting a new life with someone. It's in actually giving this new love a go because it seems like a very kismet soulmate connection. All right, after Cancer is Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo. Oh, Leo, what's going on? 5 Swords. All right. There's frustrations here. If there's any like, I'm hearing comparison. I'm also hearing let's play the blame game. I love you. Let's play the game. So Blame Game by Kanye is coming through. Leo, there could be a lot of blame here. Now, remember what I was saying just really throughout this whole reading. It's almost like, even though this is for all the signs, it's almost like watch all the signs because you're probably dealing with someone from all the signs and you could learn something from all the signs. But Leo, you could really learn from the previous signs that I read for because there's definitely something here about avoiding irritants, avoiding irritating people, avoiding what irritates you within your own self, because remember, everything external of us is just a mirror of what's happening internally. Now, I'm not gaslighting anyone because sometimes we don't even know what's going on internally, right? Like, I went through all these phases of attracting irritating and frustrating blockages in my life because I had an allergy that I didn't even know about. And so every single day I was presenting my own self with toxicity that I was unaware of, and it was presenting itself in toxicity in every situation around me. Now, when you strip away the toxicity within, it is crystal clear what's toxic on the outside. And when you clear all of that and you patch up your ship, Leo, all of a sudden the riches just come flooding in, baby. And I promise you, it does work like that. So for some of my Leos, I didn't even see that this one flipped also. For some of my Leos, the wheel is spinning. And are you just going to hold on to where you're at and just be like, no, I won't release? Or are you going to finally surrender and allow yourself to jump on the wheel and go to your next destination that is going to provide you all of the peace that you've been looking for that is not where you're currently at? So some of my Leos are like defiantly trying to stay somewhere and it's not working for them. There are secrets here, it seems. Someone could quietly, and this could also be in the work sector, it doesn't have to necessarily be your intimate relationships, but there's definitely something here where you're feeling left out, you're wondering if there's secrets, you're wondering if there's a better job, you're wondering if you're gonna ever get paid what you're worth, you're wondering if you're ever actually going to get that promotion, or is it always just gonna be talked about just so that you can stay where you're at and they're just trying to keep you around. Like, someone here is just spinning and playing games. I'm hearing quit playing games with my heart. So quit playing games with my heart. Yeah, and there is sadness here with something. So Leo, there's a need to speak up, and some of my Leos, it's like you don't want to speak up about something because you know it's going to rock the boat so hard and you're just not ready for that, and you can't accept that the boat needs to be rocked. And again, this can be in a work situation, but it also could be in a love situation. Okay, after Leo is Virgo. Virgo, you feel like there is a lot on your plate, super busy. Why am I not surprised? Virgos are workaholics. They're also like boss on top. So some of my Virgos, the thing is though, is things have just piled up to be too much. So Virgo, you need to take it slow. slow and steady. Some of my Virgos, you could be interested in someone at a distance, and that's what is all of the work, because you have so much work going on where you are, they have so much work going on where they are. You're looking at them from a distance, Two of Wands. You want to offer them something, you want to build something with them, but with the Knight of Pentacles, it has to be slow, it has to be steady, and you're even wondering, can this even work? Can we even merge from where I'm at and where they're at? Yes, you can, Virgo. So there is reconciliation, there is happiness here, there are celebrations. For some of my Virgos, you're about to enter a power couple. You could have to leave someone to go towards this person, and that's going to make the current person you're with pissed, or vice versa. They could have to leave someone to be with you, and it's going to make someone pissed, but you have to follow your heart and follow your happiness. So for a lot of my Virgos, it's like you've tried to make something work for long enough, and with that Five of Swords and Ten of Wands, Spirit's like, lay the burdens down, Virgo. Just like lay it down. Lay your body down and let me touch your body. So Lay Your Body Down by Pretty Willie. Ooh, okay. So for some of my Virgos, yeah, there's a strong need here to tap into your sexual energy. I'm hearing, let's make love tonight. What is that? Sexual healing. So for some of my Virgos, like you are craving and you're looking for sexual healing with that Magician card here. This can also be something where it's like the person you're with, you know, is not like the highest caliber or the best sex that you can have. And you don't need to feel guilt about that. That person's not your person. Point blank period. They're not your person. It's just simple. It's simple. So it's like some of my Virgos are trying to make something work, and they're trying to stay in something, and they're just trying to make it better. Like, sex doesn't lie. Like, girl, for my Virgo females, if you constantly have like pH issues, getting yeast infections, or like BV, things like this, that is not the right man for you. And for my men, if you're having all these issues, you're feeling insecure, like, your woman should make you feel comfortable and should like worship your, like, she should worship it. And if she isn't, then there's someone out there who will. And same for my ladies. If your man isn't worshiping you, then he's not your man. He's just keeping you from the best man for you. And for my men, she's just keeping you from the best woman for you. And unlocking that, by the way, like sexual energy is the most sacred, is the most pure, is the most divine energy, especially in a sacred union, especially in a marriage, especially in a long-term partnership. If you don't ever want to get married, but you want to be in a long-term union, it's the highest. And there's something here about like someone trying, like not wanting to feel guilt for the fact that they're not totally satisfied, because that's what's happening here. Is there's a Virgo that's having sexual experiences that are not satisfying, and it's because it's not the right person. All right, after Virgo is Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. La 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I don't want none. That's what I'm hearing. So for some of my Libras, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to see the truth of the situation. You are blocking someone. You're blocking something. You refuse. You refuse. You refuse. Or they're doing this to you. So take it, you know, whatever side of the coin you're on. For some of my Libras, you could be getting married. You could be wanting to... For some of my Libras, you're so confused. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for some of my Libras, you have found your, like, you found your match. You found your dream. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This person sexually turns you on. You can have stability with them. You want to have a family with them. And you're actually emotionally, like, you really love them. What's the problem? Well, the Hierophant in the reverse with the Seven of Cups. They're rejecting you, or they're not open to you. And you're like, but I know that this person is, like, perfect for me, but how do I? So it's like, how do I like mend the gap? How do I mend the gap? So for some of my Libras, you're trying to like mend the gap. For some of my Libras, you also could have gotten a divorce, or you're in the middle of a divorce. As I said that, the Six of Swords came out. So that you could pursue and go towards this Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Cups. It's your wish fulfillment, baby. But it does require you to walk away. Now, for some of my Libras, this has nothing to do with love, and this could be in your work sector. You got fired from a job, you're super confused, you're frustrated, you're like, what do I do now? Lo and behold, it's actually sending you on your path to a brand new journey that's going to spark some interest in you. That's going to be your new wish fulfillment. It's going to actually bring you emotional and physical balance, and it's going to bring you so much wealth and prosperity here, it's like not even funny. So So for some of my Libras, you could have been fighting to stay in a position that just wasn't right for you. And once you actually just let yourself walk away and go on this new path, start this new venture, you're going to have so much wealth come into you because of your ability to actually release and let yourself be the small fish in a new pond, which you will very soon become the big fish in that pond. So, all right, after Scorpio, wouldn't be Scorpio reading without the Tower. I mean, this is your card after all, Scorpio. So Scorpio, I make it rain, I make it rain, I make it rain on them hoes, I make it rain. So some of my Scorpios, big influx of money could be coming into you, big changes on that front by a new beginning. For some of my Scorpios pursuing a new connection here. Now, the Tower and the Fool card is also the card of Aries, so you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries in your chart. Something could be happening in the month of March. There's also something here that you could be quietly working on. But when you unleash the beast, Scorpio, da-da-da! Yeah, so for some of my Scorpios, you definitely have your eyes on love. You're definitely wanting to pursue. This could have just come out of nowhere, but you feel like you really could have it all with this person. Like for some of my Scorpios who are like, oh, I don't know about marriage, I don't know about settling down. You meet someone and all of a sudden you're like, have my babies. Marry me tomorrow. There's like an energy Scorpio where it's like all of a sudden you're just like, you're down. You're down. You want to commit. You want to commit. You see happiness with this person, with this thing. For some of my Scorpios, like I said, you can have a lot of money coming in. You can have someone coming around trying to reconcile. You could have a job coming around wanting to reconcile. Oh, we're sorry. We see how we did you utterly wrong, or we see the lies and the BS that happened, this and that. We want to offer you. Or this could be another company. This could be another company that's like, we saw what happened over there, and we are so sorry about that. We are totally on your side. We love what you do. We love how you present yourself. Here, we want to offer you this. So for my Scorpios, these are all like amazing. The Tower is a good Tower. So for my Scorpios, it's like good bill of health, rapid healing on something. There's love here and there's money here. Scorpio, you win the cake tonight. Like seriously, Scorpio, your reading was like perfect. All right, last but not least, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You could be fighting or arguing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. For some of my Sagittarians who are in a relationship with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or someone who has these placements, there's something here about, I think I said this in Gemini's reading. This is why I say, you guys, even though it's like some people are only inclined to watch their signs, you will learn something from watching the entire video and watching all of the signs, because I promise you, you're dealing with someone of every sign, and it will help you in dealing with that person. So for my Sag, two people playing tug of war, right? Both hands are getting blistered and bruised, but it only takes one person to release the rope. So Sagittarius, Spirit is asking you, can you be the bigger person, and can you release your end of the rope? Let your Taurus bull have a tantrum. Let your Virgo have a cleaning frenzy. Let your Capricorn go and just like bury their head in work and just like work, and just because by doing that, they will slowly, by you surrendering your end of the rope, they will slowly come back around. For some of my Sagittarians, you could be traveling a lot for work, or you're about to, or you could be thinking of moving. For some of my Sagittarians, you no longer want to juggle. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the reverse of the 10 of Pentacles. You want to settle down. So for my Sagittarians who are not committed, you all of a sudden are like, I don't like this life anymore. The poly life isn't for me. I want to commit. Now for some of my Sagittarians, if you've cheated on a spouse or they've cheated on you, they are going back and forth. But it looks like they're going to choose their family. Looks like they want to stay and they want to prioritize the family. Again, for some of my Sagittarians who have just been like having fun, doing their own thing, that doesn't appeal to you anymore. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups with the family card, you want stability, you want roots, you want a foundation. For some of my Sagittarians, you could be arguing with your spouse about having kids. Perhaps, you know, like you didn't want them, now you do, vice versa. There could be something here about that. Yeah, for some of my Sages, it's like, it's going to take work, 10 of Wands with the Hierophant, but you know it's worth it. But there's a lot of 10s here, so there are completions. But it's like graduation completion so that you can really go to the next level. All right, I love you guys. If you'd like a personal reading, hit me up.